Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I want to say welcome to my subscribers in the Philippines. Welcome to my subscribers in America and beyond. This is my 3 best kept secrets in the Philippines. My hidden gems is what I call them. And there's many here in the Philippines, but these are my 3 favorites. I'm going to start out with my favorite, Siquijor Island. And I like Siquijor Island because it's steeped in mystique and superstition, because Filipinos are very superstitious. And for a long time, people wouldn't even go there. This place was just isolated. It's about a 35-minute ocean jet ride from Dumaguete. And I used to be in Dumaguete, and I'd look out and see the island. I asked my wife, I said, hey, what's that place out there? And she said, shh, don't say anything about that place. There's witches there, there's shamans, there's witchcraft. They'll put spells on you. They'll put it in your food. They'll hypnotize you and take all your money. Don't even consider that place. And this is 2010. So we shut that down. So for the next 8 years, I never even thought of Siquijor Island again. Fast forward to 2018, I'm watching this little show on TV here. It's called, the guy's name is Drew Arellano. And I hope I got his name right. He's like a Anthony Bourdain type vlogger, and he goes around the Philippines showing you the best spots, vacation spots, restaurants, resorts, different things like that. And his particular show was on Siquijor, and he said, I want to dispel all of these myths, all these innuendos, all these superstitions about this island, because I think you guys are missing out. And he went to Siquijor Island, and boy, did he opened up my eyes. And I mean, it wasn't a week later, I was on my way to Siquijor Island. Because for some reason, I always wanted to visit that place. When my wife was talking about all of everything surrounding Siquijor, it made me more interested in going. So when we get there, you catch a fast craft ocean jet from Dumaguete to Siquijor. It's somewhere around $6 or $7, okay, one way. And at this time in 2018, it's changed now. The boat would arrive into the port of Lorena, and Lorena is one of the municipalities, one of the 6 municipalities in Siquijor. And as soon as you arrive in the port, you're met by this stretch of white sand beach. But what's going to amaze you is no one's on it. It just sits there isolated. And that's the first thing I remember. And I was like, wow, there's all this white sand beach and nobody's there. So it was another 30-minute ride, because we stayed in San Juan. And that's really where majority of the Airbnbs, the resorts, the restaurants are located, in that municipality. That's more like the most popular. And that's where the city beach is located. And I'll talk a little bit about that. But so we take the tricycle, and it's usually, don't pay any more than 300 pesos, okay? Because it's usually 200, then you give the guy 100, give him that, okay, the 100 peso tip. And we get to our hotel, and it's really an Airbnb, it's not a hotel, and this young Dutchman owns it. He couldn't be no more than 25 years old. Him and his Filipino wife, they had just had a baby, and he has like 6 rooms, maybe 4, and they all on the 2nd level, but he was adding to it while we were there. And it's sits right on the beach, right on the white sand beach. I mean, it's gorgeous. Okay, and then, because Siquijor is the 3rd smallest island in the Philippines. This is a small place, and one of the activities that foreigners and locals, the few foreigners you see, and most of them are from Sweden, most of them are Swedish that I talk to. I've yet to meet an American over there yet. I'm pretty sure we've discovered it by now, but they'll rent a motorbike and they'll take a trip around the island, because it's only like 126 square miles, the island, and I think the coastline is only like 63 miles. So that's one thing that they do. And then also you can take a tour. You can hire one of the tricycles, and there's a tour, because they've got a lot of tourist attractions. Okay, there, they've got that centuries-old tree that you sit under, and you get the foot massage by the fish. They've got the underground. They've got like 5 waterfalls, but this particular one is underground. You walk down about 5 flights of steps. When you get to the bottom, it opens up into this swimming area. I mean, this waterfall. It's so beautiful. And the reason why I don't have any pictures is because if you go to my channel and you'll look at, I've got a video called Philippines from Top to Bottom. A lot of what I'm talking about is on there, okay? But we get settled in and then we go to this restaurant. This is another suggestion, and I'm not getting paid to do this. It's called Dolce Amore, Dolce Amore. It's an Italian restaurant. It's owned by a young Italian couple. And the food will blow your mind. It's homemade everything. They make their own sauces, their own spaghetti. Everything's homemade. The breakfast, lunch, dinner, it doesn't matter. If you like Italian food, pastas, pizza, meatballs, all of that, this is the place for you. And it's very affordable. You and your date, we ate there several times. I never spent over 1,000 pesos, about $20, okay? And they're doing extremely well. Remember, I suggested if you open up a restaurant or any business in the Philippines, make sure it's something that they can't replicate or duplicate, and that's what they've done. And it became immensely, immensely successful. Now, they're temporarily closed because of the COVID-19. But when I initially went to the restaurant, it was just a restaurant. We went back, they had built a swimming pool next to it. They built a small hotel with maybe 4 to 6 rooms. I mean, it was really, really nice. And they'll greet you personally. They'll come up to your table, introduce themselves, tell you their history, how they got there, why they're there, the whole 9 yards. It's really nice. And you're going to see a lot of the foreigners that do come there. That's where they'll be. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the city beach. Now, if you've ever been to the Philippines or you come to the Philippines and you go to the public beach, what you're going to notice is that's where everybody goes on Sunday. And you'll know that because the beach, the sand isn't going to be white. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of trash on Monday morning. And you'll see them cleaning up after that. But the public beach in Siquijor, they call it the Little Boracay. It's just a stretch of white sand beach, about 1/4 of a kilometer. Nothing but white sand. You have a little few vendors, but, I mean, it's beautiful. You can sit there. And remember, there's coconut trees there, so be careful. Okay, I always set my blanket a little bit away from the coconut trees. But it's picturesque, you know, because humans, we have an affinity to water. I guess because we're 75% water, I guess. I don't know, but it's a place you're going to enjoy. So, Siquijor. My next place is Glan, Sarangani Province. And I kind of touched on this in my other videos before. And it's about a 40-minute ride, van ride from General Santos. So if you fly into Cebu, Manila, you can catch a plane to General Santos. From Cebu, it's probably about 45-minute flight. From Manila, it's about 1 hour and 20. When I do fly over here, which is very seldom, that's what I enjoy. The flights are short. There's no flight you can take over 1.5 hours here in the Philippines, okay? So you take it to General Santos, you rent a van, and you go down to Glan, Sarangani Province. Now, the city of Glan, it's a little small place, and the beach is maybe 2 or 3 minutes outside of the city proper, and it's just isolated, and it's about a 1/2 kilometer, nothing but white sand. They call this Little Boracay too. People are infatuated with Boracay here, and I guess that signifies white sand beach because it's white sand beach. And when we arrived on a Thursday evening, we were the only ones on this beach. We stayed at Coco Beach Resort. And go to that video, I'll show you. I got my hand in the water. I mean, it's so clear. The sand is really white. It's really clean. We stayed at Coco Beach Resort. We didn't eat in a restaurant there. We went to the city, went to the store and bought our own food. And the resort let us cook there, which was nice of them. And when we were finished, we just gave the leftover food to the workers because we cooked a lot of it. But what you're going to see in Glan, the same thing you're going to see in Siquijor Island, and I've never seen it before in my life. Go to the beach at night, okay, and look up in the sky. The sky is so black, it's so clear, and you're going to see a star show that you've never seen before. It looks like somebody took a cup of glitter and just tossed it in the air. I've never seen so many stars in my life in one place. Because in America, if you look up in the sky, you're not going to see any stars anymore. My uncle told me that several years ago, because I never even was aware of it. He said, yeah, go outside at night and look up in the air. You're not going to see any stars because of the factories, the air quality. But over here, it's different. It's clear. You're going to see so many stars. If you've got a good camera, a video camera, man, you're going to have a memory for a lifetime. Unfortunately, my iPhone camera's not good enough to capture what you're going to see. And I've seen the same thing in Siquijor. So go to Glen. And don't be afraid of Mindanao. Okay? It's no different. In certain parts of Mindanao, yeah, you don't want to go. Tawi-Tawi, Basilan, Holo Sulu, Marawi. But it's no different when you come to America and I tell you, hey, don't go to the west side of Chicago at a certain time of night or the south side of Chicago or certain parts of the boogie down Bronx at night or in my little hick town of Louisville, Kentucky. I'll tell you, don't go to Victory Park after dark. Don't go to Smoketown after dark. Don't go to Cecil and Greenwood after dark. It's no different, okay? But the reason that it's located in Mindanao, people will not go there. And it's for adventurous people like me. I'm not afraid of it. Yeah, I probably have a better chance of slipping in the bathroom and hitting my head on the tub and dying than somebody killing me in Mindanao, okay? The last place is also in Mindanao, but it's in the northern part of Mindanao. Glen is the southernmost tip of the Philippines. But Camiguin Island is in the northern part. And because it's in Mindanao, people freak out and they don't go there. But this place really isn't a secret. It's only a secret because people are afraid to go there. But it's a very, very small island. One of the smallest in the Philippines. And you know, I was in Cagayan de Oro. And then I had like a 2.5-hour bus ride to this port city. And then I catch the ferry to Camiguin. It's about a 45-minute ferry ride. And when you arrive in Camiguin, it's like arriving on Gilligan's Island, if you're familiar with Gilligan's Island. This place is picturesque. It's beautiful. It's something right off of a postcard. And then right across from it, I mean, it's a very, very small island. I think they only have like one ATM machine when I was there. Okay. But right across from the island, maybe a 2 or 3 minute ferry ride, and they only cost you, they charge you 50 pesos. I gave them 200. It's this white beach sandbar. And it'll freak you out because in the middle of nowhere, in this big gigantic ocean, you've got this sandbar of white sand beach. I mean, it's beautiful because the backdrop is mountains and scenery, and it's something you have to see. It's something you have to visit, Camiguin Island. And of course, because it's a small place and it's out in the middle of nowhere, it's very affordable. I stayed at a little bitty place. They called it a resort, but it really wasn't a resort. I think they had only maybe 3, rooms on the whole place. But I could see the sandbar from where I was staying. So you just walk down there and you hire the guy to take you over there. We ate on the resort. We didn't go into town. We didn't try to cook our own food. But another thing about Camiguin Island, they have a hot springs resort that you can go to. I think it's only like 35 pesos to get in, and the water's hot. It's therapeutic. You go there, you sit in there, you swim, you can just sit there and talk. And they also have some of the best massage parlors in the Philippines. Real masseuses. Not, the in Cebu and Manila, okay? This is real relaxation, real therapy. So there you have it. There's my 3 best kept secrets of the Philippines. My hidden gems is what I like to call it. Because when you get here, you're going to have to, when you get off that plane, you got to go somewhere. You can go to those places and have a great time. So thanks for stopping. If you haven't helped anybody, please do so before your head hits the pillow. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Thank you so much. See you next time.